Welcome to the Voice of Reason Sports Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the show, leave a comment, and click that like button. All right, so let's talk about the NFL, right? We're going to start doing our predictions for the year. Let's start with...
It's starting to get hungry for the NFL.
Yes,
it's starting.
sir.
It ain't there yet, but it's starting. It's I can smell the aroma of
Yes,
NFL.
sir. Yes,
starting
sir.
to cook. It's starting to simmer.
You know, it's July. It's July. So, preseason starts towards the end of July? That's when we start getting, when is the Hall of Fame game?
Hall of Fame game, right? That's the official first game of the season.
Right.
Hold on. I'm going
to let's Google that. That's Hall of Fame game.
Game 2024. That is going to be on August 1st, Thursday, August 1st.
August 1st. Okay.
August 1st. You know what I'm saying? Early August.
Yeah.
So right there's the kickoff.
There you go.
Ain't gonna be that. I guess it's gonna be kind of okay. It's the Chicago Bears.
And
but
the Texans.
we're not gonna see Caleb out there.
No.
Yeah, right. He probably gonna see nothing.
It's too soon. It's too soon. That's the only thing about the Hall of Fame game. It's just too soon in the season. And a lot of teams, they just throw out some random players.
But you know what, though? I feel like now the Hall of Fame game is actually a benefit now because they're getting that extra preseason game. They actually get to look at their players, those young players, a little better now, right? Because they got like one more game of experience that no other team got to play around with,
Right.
So now that Hall of Fame game actually becomes important now.
Right.
For those two teams.
No, it does. It does. It allows you to keep some extra players on your roster and you can evaluate them in game situations.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. And then, I'm saying, like, people didn't want the preseason, and I get it because they're impatient, right? People are impatient in general. So they ready to get to the season when they see preseason football. But I think the quality of the game is going to kind of suffer just a little bit because you cannot fairly evaluate players in the NFL without playing football. They have to play. They have to be out there.
They have to hit each other. Yes.
They have to hit each other. And if you cut that one game off, you know what I'm saying? That's taking those fringe players, those fringe role players. That was their one time to shine. They don't have that time anymore.
That's right.
One game or half a game.
I remember with the Saints. Pierre Thomas was an undrafted player. Illinois State, Eastern Illinois. I don't remember where Pierre Thomas came from, but somewhere in Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
And we had drafted this guy in the third round. Wow, I'm blanking on his name. But he was expected to be the backup running back.
Mm-hmm.
And behind Reggie Bush. And Pierre Thomas was so outstanding in the preseason. He had a ton of like screen passes that he ran for big yards or touchdowns. He had kickoff returns that he did. This is all in preseason. He made it impossible for the Saints to cut him. So much so that they cut the third round draft pick that they had. He was either a second or third round draft pick. They had to cut the guy to keep Pierre Thomas on the team. And greatest move. That's what I loved about that Saints team back then. They weren't afraid to make big moves like that. Like, we got to keep this guy because he was a first round draft pick. No, this kid earned his spot. So, yeah, that's just an example of how the preseason could, make or break your team, man, when you can really evaluate talent and find guys that really deserve to be on the team.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And also now you're going to play even more fragiler with your starters. Like, Dak not be playing like he has been the last few years. Not going to play in the preseason, and he's going to end up starting off slow. So now your starters are only going to get maybe a half a game. You know what I'm saying? Of start. So what does that do? That makes the regular season beginning kind of suffer a little bit because they ain't played football. They don't play real football yet, And the only way to really get into football is to play football.
Right.
There's no right. You can't really simulate it without the full contact and the full speed. You just can't. It's
right.
It just won't happen.
Right. And you know what? We're gonna cover each division till the season starts, making our predictions of who's going to win those divisions. So we're going to start with the AFC East this week.
Yep.
You game for that?
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Who's going to start off? You want to start first?
Yeah. So we're doing, how are we doing this? We just going to name who's going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, or we just going to go each team and give a record?
However you want to do it. You can go. You can start from which team you think gonna be at the bottom. Let's work ourselves up. Let's create some type of suspense. Who's gonna be? Who's gonna win a division? Tell me what you think their record are gonna be, or if you want to tell me what their ceiling could be. The most games you think they can win, if everything goes right, or if everything goes wrong, what would they be?
Oh man, see that now that's going to extend the show. If we go top to bottom, that's really going to extend the show. Because now, if I go top, like how better it could be, then how worse it could be. Yeah.
Okay. Well, just give us your prediction.
I'm gonna give you a prediction of their record. Right.
Okay. Yeah. Just leave it there. All right.
All right. So look. So the first, I'm gonna go with the bottom. So I'm gonna go from bottom all the way up to top, 4-1. Right.
Well, let me put this out there before you start.
Okay.
So first of all, the AFC East will be playing the NFC West and the AFC South, and the 17th game will be played against the division of the NFC North. So you got to keep that in mind, right? Because it depends on who they're playing. So they're playing the NFC West, so they're going to be playing the 49ers, right? Yep. So some good teams there. So keep that in mind.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. They're going to be playing some. They're playing a tough division,
right?
Which I think was like one of the toughest division last year.
Yeah,
by far to be. So let's go with the bottom team. The scraper is definitely going to be the New England Patriots,
right? Okay. We agree.
Very easy, very easy. And of course, the rest of the teams are the ones who are fighting for the division, right? They're fighting for the division. Now, the next team. And I was kind of like debating on where I want to go with this because, and it's weird to say this, but the Jets have gotten better. Like the Jets have made some moves, man. They've made some moves, and on paper they look so solid. I'm not gonna say a great team, but they look solid. And then if Aaron Rodgers is not gonna pop his leg again, the first game of the season. And they actually had that quarterback all the way through. So that is a little bit of a caveat. Right. Aaron Rodgers had to play all the way through. I think they can win 10 games, man. I think they can win 10 games, easily go 10-7, 11-6, and bump. I think, okay, let me go ahead and say it. I'm gonna say the Bills are going to finish third in the division.
Okay. All right.
They're going to be third in the division, right?
Yep.
The Bills are going to go 9-8.
Okay.
I think they're going to go 9-8. I think they just lost too much.
Right.
They were already having problems, struggling just a little bit. I mean, Josh
Allen
is a good quarterback. I think he needs that talent around him because he messes up when he tries to do too much.
Right.
We saw that early in his career when he was just doing stuff like he was going down on the ground and try to pitch it back to somebody,
Right. Yeah, right. When you're doing too much. Right.
You're doing too much. You're trying too hard, And I think the lack of talent around him now, because he doesn't have Stephon Diggs anymore, his top receiver, and he doesn't have the second receiver.
Gabe Davis.
Yeah, exactly. Davis, Gabe Davis gone. So is he going to rely on a rookie, Keon Coleman and Dalton Kincaid?
Right.
Are those going to be his players? I mean, I don't know who he's going to be really throwing the ball to. So I think Buffalo Bills are going to be third. Then it's going to be the New York Jets. I think the New York Jets are coming in there at 10-7, 11-6. I think that, and then the winners of the division, another caveat. Tua, of course, got to stay healthy.
Right.
I didn't think he was going to stay healthy last year, but he
Me
did.
either. Me either.
I did not think he was going to stay healthy last year, but somehow he did. So he showed he could play a whole season. I think he missed one game, right? Didn't he miss one game? Something like that. One. That's not bad though. He missed
That's
one
not
game.
bad. I do remember the backup plan. I do remember the backup. I don't know if he got knocked out of the game or if he just missed the entire game because of an injury. Yeah,
absolutely. So of course, that leads the Miami Dolphins to win the division.
What do you think their record is going to be?
I think they'll win the division at 12-4.
That'd be 12-5.
12-5. Sorry, 17 games. Yeah.
And what do you think the Patriots going?
Patriots? Oh, I didn't say how many games. I just said it was going to be at the bottom. I think they're going to match last year's. They had 4 games. They won 4 games last year. Mm-hmm. I think they're going to match that and go 4-13 again.
Okay.
And really, to be honest with you, I don't know if I even see that because they're going to have another rookie quarterback in there. There's no real talent, quote unquote, there, particularly on offense. You know what I'm saying? I can't even name their top 2 receivers. I can't name them.
Right.
Not at all. I mean, they literally, no names come to mind. I mean, I think they got Juju still. I think.
But Juju can't throw it to himself. That's what I always tell people.
He can't throw it to himself. But now they did invest in the quarterback, though. You know what I'm saying? They invested in the quarterback this year. So we're going to see. Drake May. He was a top quarterback prospect this year. You know what I'm saying?
So you think Drake May is going to do a CJ Stroud type of deal?
No. Okay. I said that they win in 4 games.
Okay,
so,
all right.
Well, he's obviously not going to do that.
Okay, all right. Look, you and I basically made the same picks. We have the division set up the same way and almost identical as far as the record. This is crazy. I picked the Patriots to be last at 4-13. Look, the starting quarterback is going to be Jacoby Brissett. We've seen this movie before with Jacoby Brissett being the starting quarterback. A team a quarterback needy team. He did that with the Colts. He did that with the Browns, right? Remember, he started with the Patriots. And they let him go. Him and what's the guy? Went to the 49ers. He now with the Raiders.
You talking about the quarterback?
Yeah, the quarterback. The one that was with the porn star. Remember, Jacoby Brissett and him were with the Patriots at the same time. Damn, why I'm blanking on this dude's name, man?
You say he went to the Raiders?
Garoppolo.
Oh, yeah. Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jimmy G String.
Jimmy Garoppolo. Yep.
Yeah. So, him, Garoppolo and Jacoby Brissett were both on the same team with the Patriots. He had a nice little run with the Patriots. He went to the Colts, didn't pan out. Went to the Browns, didn't pan out, right? Because he filled in for Watson while he was out and didn't play well. So we've seen this movie before. It ain't going to be good for the Patriots. I got the Patriots going 4-13. I know some other places have the Patriots winning like 6 or 7 games. I don't see it at all. The division is too strong, right? And next I had the Bills at 9-8. You and I had them both at 9-8. I think it's just going to be too hard. I mean, you playing the 49ers and Rams this upcoming season. So that's going to be tough. And, and I get it, you're playing the AFC South, but the Texans are pretty good. So that's going to be tough.
And they lost to the Jaguars last year, didn't they? The Bills?
I want to say they did. They did.
I think they lost to the Jaguars.
Yeah, it was a disappointing loss. But to lose your 2 top receivers, that's huge.
That is gigantic.
That's huge. And they didn't look good towards the end of last season. So, I got them going 9-8.
They look better at the end of the season than they did in the beginning. Because remember, last year, beginning of the season, they didn't look like they were making the playoffs at all.
Right.
They was
That's what I'm
terrible.
saying. They looked bad, and they looked dysfunctional. They fired the offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
It was a Ken Dorsey. They fired him.
Yeah.
So they were a dysfunctional team, a talented dysfunctional team, and they got rid of a lot of players. So they kind of started from scratch. Still, yes, they still have Josh Allen, so they still can win games. But Josh Allen's got to work harder, and that's not what you want. When Josh Allen works harder, he makes mistakes. And so I think with that, they're 9-8. And second on my list are the Jets. Now, I had the Jets high on my list last season, and then, of course, Aaron Rodgers get hurt. And that was one of the caveats I made, is if Aaron Rodgers not there and you got Zach Wilson, same old Jets. But, I mean, I think with Rodgers out there, he stabilizes things offensively. He doesn't have to be great. We don't have to see Aaron Rodgers from the Packers. We just got to see just common sense, competent quarterbacking.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you got to do, Aaron. Don't try to be special. And I know he's good about that. But so I got them going 11-6. So I think you and I were kind of pretty close with that. I think maybe you had the Jets going 12-5.
Well, no, I said 10-7, 11-6.
That's right. You had 10-7. So yeah, I mean, I think they may win 11 games. I got the Jets playing pretty well. And then number one on my list are the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins are going 13-4. I think this is going to be an outstanding year for the Dolphins. You know, they added some nice pieces. Calais Campbell is with the team. They got Odell Beckham. So, you know, I mean, with Odell Beckham is your third, fourth receiver. Yeah. I'll take that. You know, so I think this is the year that the Dolphins really take control over this division, because I think the Bills are weak. I don't trust the Jets. I mean, you know, this all can go haywire if you know, Aaron Rodgers, you know, gets a hangnail. They're done.
Right.
So
absolutely.
Yeah, they're done if Aaron Rodgers stumps his toe. So everything hinges on Aaron Rodgers. So yeah, I have the Jets winning this division and possibly winning this conference. I think the Jets are primed to take control. But of course, yeah, I offensively, they were probably the most creative team that was out there last season.
I mean, they had to be. They had to be creative last year. I mean,
I didn't think they were loaded with talent. They didn't have to be that crazy. They had two good running backs.
I mean, you had a running back, your main running back, coming off of ACL. You know what I'm saying? You picked up what you call it from Minnesota.
Yeah.
But didn't use them. And then you had Wilson at quarterback, you know. I remember they top receiver, but I don't remember people after him.
You say Wilson, you mean Tua?
Oh, I thought you said the Jets.
No, Dolphins. The Dolphins.
Oh, my bad. I thought you said the Jets. My bad.
No. I think the Dolphins loaded with talent and had the most creative offensive scheme out there with the talent that they had.
Oh, yes. No, Dolphins definitely had a creative stable offense. My bad. For some reason I thought we was talking about the Jets.
No. Yeah. Oh, hell no. The Jets not winning the conference. Let's stop.
Right.
I'm not even sure about these 11 games.
I was like, Jets winning the conference? What?
Oh, hell no.
Yeah. Okay.
Have they ever done that in the history of the Jets? I mean, even when Rex Ryan was there.
They've been there. Yeah, they've been there. They went to the AFC Championship game, but didn't win it.
Even
they was in the AFC Championship game since my Cowboys. But,
yeah. But I'm just thinking, I mean, I don't think the Jets have ever been the number one team in the AFC. Never.
No.
At least I can say my Saints have been the number one team before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's our breakdown of the AFC East. You know, next week we're going to do the AFC North and make our picks and predictions for this upcoming season.
Interesting.
Yes. With Joe Burrow coming back.
Man, you got Ravens, the Browns, the Steelers, and the Bengals. That might be the most competitive division
right
in all the league.
That's going to be really tough to make a prediction on. I mean, I love Lamar Jackson, but yeah, I don't know about this one. He's gonna have a tough time, just competing in the division. Now, maybe outside of the division, it'll be easy for him, but in the division, yeah, I see that being tough.
Right. Even Cincinnati won 9 games without Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough for him back if he's healthy.
Yeah.
And they have him for the full season. Yeah, that's gonna be tough.
Yeah. So, all right, man. Well, let's wrap this thing up. Everybody, make sure you enjoy your 4th of July holiday tomorrow. And thanks for joining us again. We do this thing every week. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you next week.
Holla.